Hi guys, and welcome to Carstory. And Carstory is a channel that gives you the real car stories. And today we are at S Prestige Motors. When you see us in our suit, just know that things are going to get prestige. So today we have a guest that we are going to engage on a few issues. And we are going to look at a certain car that I love, and this is a Mercedes-Benz. Specifically, we'll be measuring on Mercedes-Benz E250. She's going to give us more information on the car. And right at now, we want to introduce our guest. And Karibu Sana, you can introduce yourself.
Thank you so much. Hey guys, my name is Lydia, and I am glad to be in this channel. I am a car reviewer as well, and I am so happy to host car stories today at our showroom at S Prestige Motors. I hope you're going to enjoy this show. Please keep it there, subscribe, comment, and share. And thank you for having me.
Great. So her YouTube channel is Motor Street
Kenya.
Yes. So you can also go there and subscribe.
And give a thumbs up.
So now, Lydia, you want to know more about Mercedes-Benz. Can you tell us what you think about, what is your take on Mercedes-Benz?
Well, according to me, myself and I think Mercedes-Benz is one of the cars that have most luxurious and most classy silk kind of sedan model. I think of all the cars with sedans, Mercedes have outdone themselves. They have very nice classic cars. So every time I see somebody with a Mercedes-Benz, it's not like a necessity, it's class and luxury. So that's somebody who is very sure like they want class. They're not going for any other car. So Mercedes-Benz to me is class and silk.
Wow. We have seen Mercedes-Benz come up with other models like SUVs. We have convertible Mercedes-Benz, and my attention has been drawn to the SUVs that we have for Mercedes-Benz. What can you say now that you're talking about class and sleek? Do we have the off-road capability in the SUVs we have for Mercedes-Benz?
Yes, we have the what do you call it? GLE, and we have the ML. So those cars, they have the capability of SUV. They are actually SUVs because they are well raised. You'll find some of them have up to more than 2500 cc, and their stability is out of this world. Like if there's a car that is very stable, it's a Mercedes-Benz. And also there's the element of security. Mercedes-Benz is one of the most secure cars. They use a very heavy metal to make the cars, and they have all sensors. You'll find them with parking sensors, you'll find them with airbags right, left, and center. So they are doing really well, and they are coming up really well. And they actually have even the mini SUVs like the GLA 250. It's like a mini SUV, but it's a very powerful car. So I would recommend a Mercedes-Benz. But again, it comes with cost, because it's not easy to maintain a Mercedes-Benz. If today I buy a Nissan X-Trail, not X-Trail, no, an Audi, I wouldn't compare the maintenance of Audi 2 and an L350. So it's quite pricey.
Are you telling me to maintain an Audi is cheaper than maintaining a Mercedes-Benz?
It's okay. It's almost the same, but a Mercedes-Benz is quite high. So I would say a Mercedes-Benz is for high-end clients. So you're not looking to someone who is struggling to fuel to get a Mercedes-Benz. That is somebody who will need a Toyota and Nissan, blah blah blah. But if you're going for a Mercedes-Benz, it's somebody who is really knowing what they are doing with their life.
Wow. Hey, class rate. So you have to that is Mercedes-Benz
for you.
Yeah.
And now you see, when you talk about the people who know what they're doing with their life.
No, I didn't say the rest don't know what they are doing with
I
their
understand
life.
what you're saying.
I mean, like,
this is a person that has money.
yeah, because even if you're looking at service, you not just go to any other place and do your service.
Yeah.
If you really want to maintain your Benz, you have to go to maybe Auto Express or Dichidobi. That's what I mean when I say see what they are the people with the inaitangwaje preference inakujanga prefix the people.
Is it the same problem you have with BMW and flatbeds?
BMW, I would say the BMWs are not quite reliable. But they are very good cars if you're able to maintain it. But if you're going to get a BMW and you're not going to take it to service on time, it's going to be the easiest car around for anyone to have it and drive it, then you're going to have problems with BMW. And we all know BMW is more of sporty than just an everyday use. So somebody going for a BMW is someone who loves speed, someone who loves comfort, someone who is not mindful of the fuel consumption, and so they are in the same class, but there is the class that you get above when you're having a Benz and even if you're having a BMW.
Nice. Back to our E250. Now, what can you tell us about the different generations that we have had, and when was the first generation of the E-Class, E50?
I think initially they started with W something, W2, W214, W212. Those are the generation that started since 1993. So from 1993 to around 1997, they had the first generation. From there, they got another generation up to around 2007. From 2007 to around 2015. And then there's this one from 2016 to 2018 and above. So the E250 has had all those around 5 generations. And they have moved from the lightings to the compatibles to the engine and to the sensitivity and all these things. Because like the first generation had some round headlights. As we proceed, you come getting, what do we call them? The daylight sense, something like that. Daylight sense, what do we call those lights? But even if I put the first generation here and the generation we are in, they have changed in terms, like the first generations, they were 2500 cc's. Then as we come, right now we are at 1800 cc. If you look at the compactabilities, the first generations, everything was manual, and then we go to automatic. Right now, it's totally computerized. The generation we are in right now, it has features that you can even speak to it. There's a feature where you can speak to it. You're like, hello, Mercedes-Benz, I want warmth. So as we continue, there's a sensor where if you're carrying your things and you're not able to open the boot, you just put your leg under the boot and it opens. You can set everything from your driver's seat, from every corner, compared to the other Mercedes-Benz. And it has a full screen on the bonnet. So they have really transformed from this generation to the other, and they keep getting better and better and better.
Wow. I love the development from the first generation to the generation that we have right now.
Yeah.
And of course the modification can be seen.
Yes.
And one thing I love about Mercedes also is that they are very keen on what they are giving out there, because they know the class of people that they are giving their cars. And now something else that we would really want to know is that the generations that we have had from the very first generation, have we had maybe a diesel engine, maybe different variants of engines, or what do we have on the engines of the E250?
The generation, the W112, what we have now is W112. Previously it was W214. The E-Class W214 had a generation of diesel. Even this generation have diesel engine. And the only difference between the petrol engine and the diesel engine is it's the consumption, because the diesel doesn't consume as much as petrol does. But in terms of maintenance, the petrol engine is easily maintained than the diesel engine. Reason being, in Kenya we have very dirty fuel. So when you fuel a diesel Mercedes-Benz with the diesel in Kenya, most likely it will knock or it will not be efficient like a petrol one will be. So, but we have had that generation of diesel and petrol, yes, they are there.
How about the performance of the two engines? Now, without considering the fuel we have, how do you compare the petrol engine performance and the diesel engine performance?
In any given time, a diesel engine is always powerful. So it's only that people are not able to maintain diesel engines. But if I personally was to go for any vehicle, I would ignore the narrative of diesel engine, because I have seen diesel engines are very powerful. And even the cost of diesel is quite lower than petrol. So I wouldn't advise people like go get petrol or diesel, but depending with your own understanding and your own judgment, you can choose to do petrol or diesel. The other disadvantage of diesel engine is the resale value. When you buy a diesel car, most likely it will lower, the value drops. So you will not have a very good resale value, especially for the sedan cars. For the SUV, diesel, it's always a good choice. But for the small cars, you will find the resale value goes quite low. I have no good reason why.
Wow, I love the way you're articulating the issues, because in car sales, sometimes you find yourself on a crossroad. Yeah. But something I would want to tell our viewers is that before you believe the many information out there, it is good for you to have a feel of the car. Yeah. Because everyone has an experience with the cars they have. I may give you a Mercedes Benz experience. Yes. I may give you maybe a Toyota experience, but maybe the experience you have is a Mazda experience. True. You know? So the information we are giving is not limited. You can find your own information. Yes. We are just giving you information that we
think we agree with.
Yes, we agree with. So if you have more information, you can also tell us actually on the comment section, and then we'll be able to gauge and see maybe where we can improve on the conversation next time. Now, to our next question, what car can you compare with the E250, Mercedes E250?
I will compare in terms of consumption and in terms of speed and in terms of body shape. So we have the Mazda Atenza, that is diesel, that is 2200 cc. That is the most powerful version of a Mazda sedan car. So if you look at the shape of a Mazda Atenza sedan, because they come as hatchback and sedan, I'm talking about the sedan diesel engine, you will see they almost, not really there, but they have the same shape, the sedan shape. So Mazda Atenza has the speed, has the engine, and has the capability of an E250, but doesn't have the security and the safety. I wouldn't say that Mazda is a very safe car compared to a Mercedes-Benz, and its other features may not get to where an E-Class is, but the outlook and the consumption is almost the same. There is also the Mach-X, which is almost having the same shape as the Benz, but it is just one car that is, I feel like it's overrated, because if you ever have an accident with a Mark-X, my friend, you will realize the difference between a Benz and such kind of a car. The body kit and everything that have been used to make the Mark-X, it is purely not supposed to have that kind of an engine, because it's 1800cc and it is totally not a safe car. Like inaweza bondwa, like ikuwe crashed kabisa. The mabati that they have used is not like very good quality for the kind of an engine they have put there, and comparing to the fact that it is a speed car. The other car that is in that range, I think, is Crown. Crown is quite high. It has 2500cc or something. But the safety, Crown is a safe car. It's very low. And yeah, I think those are the three cars I think I can compare with. Though there is Audi, there is Jaguar, there is Audi A6. There is a Range Rover Evoque, it's in that range, and then there is the Volvo V90. Those are the cars that you can compare with the E-Class 250. Yeah, in terms of engine mostly.
And now, whenever someone is buying a car, one of the things that comes to their mind is fuel consumption. Because after buying, of course, you need to fuel your car for it to move. What can you say about the fuel economy of the Mercedes-Benz E250?
E250 has a capacity of 1800cc. It is, depending on the mode you're driving, that is where you will know your consumption. So if you're driving at a sport mode, of course the consumption will be high. If you're going at a very high speed, of course the consumption will be very high. But if you're going with the eco mode, then of course you're gonna save on fuel. So depending on the kind of mode you're driving on, that's where it matters your fuel consumption. So it's purely on an individual basis. So you decide whether you'll use sport, because it has all those variety: sport mode, there is the eco mode, there is the what else? All these kind of modes. So, but the consumption is not as high as compared to other cars in the class of E-Class. So, in terms of consumption, it's a car to consider. Yeah.
What can you say about just the overview of its reliability and practicability?
Mercedes-Benz is a reliable car. You just need to be very consistent with its what do we call it, service. And one thing people don't know that you should do, every time you buy a Mercedes-Benz that you're buying second hand, it's very advisable for you to go to DT Dobby, get it checked, get it what do we call it, sync with the system of with our system. If it's fuel, they get it sync with the kind of a fuel we are having around, so that you can be able to know you're starting from where. But if you just take a Mercedes-Benz and drive, then it starts giving you engine problems, you will think Mercedes-Benz is bad. But being a very classic car, it's very advisable for you to take it for the first service at DT Dobby, so that they can diagnose, they can tell you what you need to change, what you need to add, because they are expert in those Range Rover and Mercedes-Benz. Yeah.
Now, for the particular car now that we are going to have a feel of, what is the cost of buying it and the cost of maintenance?
For the car we're going to review is a Mercedes-Benz E-Class 2018. Yes. The cost of buying is close maybe to the highest of 8 million and to the lowest of maybe 7 point something, 7.5, 7.4 thereabout. And it's quite high because of the year of manufacturing, and it also has all the advanced system. It has all the newest what do I call them? Newest performance of an E-Class 5th generation. Yeah.
Wow. And now as we wrap up this show, I would want you to tell us some of the problems we are going to encounter. You know, every car
Has the problem.
Yes, has problems. Everyone that has a car out there, they know that there is this problem that you have maybe to solve once in a while.
Yeah.
What is that problem?
Sometimes the windows can just decide not to close. Sometimes the engine can decide to have less power. You see, there's that acceleration of Mercedes-Benz, and then there gets to a time when the engine won't accelerate. So that is one disadvantages of Mercedes-Benz. Sometimes they go lowering their performance on the engine and it can't accelerate the same way. Sometimes they do rust. If you don't take good care of it, sometimes it can rust. But I don't think that can really affect us because we don't have winters and those cold seasons here. Another thing is it's a very low car. Sometimes if you're going to our normal machinery, you might not be able to use it because unless you have it lifted, and then when you lift it, you're going to affect its stability. So uko like this car, you can only use it in Nairobi, and then if you're going home, you have to look for another option because especially our home, what do we call them? Uko mashinani kwetu, unapatanga kuna bumps, milima, and it's not really good in that kind of a setup.
It's not an off-roader.
It's not an off-roader. And then sometimes, what else do I know about them? Basically, it can get defaulty like any other car. You just need to make sure it has good maintenance, it has been checked when on time, and there you go, you'll be having a good car. Because each and every car has its own breaking point. So you have to make sure it is checked on oftenly and oftenly. Gari ni kama bibi. You have to keep checking on them. You have to keep maintaining them. You have to keep asking them whether they are okay. And now Benz is a high-end girl. Yeah.
Wow, what a nice parting shot. Gari is like a wife. So if you have a car, you have two wives.
Yes.
If you have a car, you have
and
a
they all
wife.
take.
They all take and they don't return.
No, they do.
Only give you service.
Wives return.
Nice one. That was a good show. For us, we only give you the information. You get more information for yourself. If you need more information, you can tell us on the comment section. So we are going to get a feel of the car and show you some of the specs that we have talked about. And we thank you for subscribing to our channel. We thank you for support. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing. And we urge you to go to Motor Street, Kenya, and subscribe to the channel also. We grow together. Yes. Thank you so much. This is Carstory, where we give you the real car stories. And that has been the Mercedes-Benz E250 experience. This is Carstory. My name is Dennis Mereti.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been the best place to be. And this is Lilo, and you can subscribe to my channel at Motor Street, Kenya. And we have this car at Ace Prestige Motors. We are located along Kiambu Road and in Ngong Road. Please do not pass by. Just come and buy from us, and we have all types of car from high-end to any car that you would like to have. Thank you so much for having us. Please subscribe, comment, share, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.